Hey, everybody, welcome to This Board Game Life, episode number 125, titled Express Crowdfunding Insanity. That's a mouthful. That's a long title there. Actually, if you consider This Board Game Life 125 Express Crowdfunding Insanity, we need like an extra big novel-sized title page, whatever for that. But anyway, enough of that and me thinking about how the font's not going to fit and other various things. I am one of your fine hosts for today. My name is Rob, and that chuckling laughter that you heard, if you're on audio, and or that other guy that's been just sitting there and waving on video, he's like, "Come on, spit it out, get to me already." That's my good buddy Mark.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey Rob,
Hello.
back for another week of talking board games.
Yeah, talking board games, card games, maybe miniatures, controversy, maybe. Amongst very many other things. That's what we've got in store over here. Yeah, today's topic is going to be Express Crowdfunding Insanity. So you can kind of wonder, what are the guys going to talk about? Well, just wait. Just wait and see.
It will be worth it.
Yes, it definitely will. But before we get on to what we've been playing lately, I just want to make a quick mention that you can find a ton of our content, or a lot of our content, or most of our content, however you want to look at it, on the YouTubes. Over there, we've got our video podcast, audio podcast, unboxings, playthroughs, reviews, mailbags, all sorts of stuff out there. And you can also find that stuff as well on BGG. That's Board Game Geek, in case you weren't aware of what BGG is. But make sure to check out our content and like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We very much appreciate it. And it's a great way to support the show. And you're also notified when we come out with our latest episodes and upload new videos, which pretty much happen almost every day. All right. What have you been playing, Mr. Mark?
All right, so I got to play some more of My Father's Work. This, Rob, is this one you've ever played? I don't remember if you've...
No, I'd heard so many good things about it. And then when there was this huge sale at the publisher's site, I actually had it in a cart and I was going to get it. And then there was something, either like it wasn't free shipping or I needed more for shipping and I didn't want anything else. There was some reason why I didn't click through, but I did want to get this one, but I never pulled a trigger.
I wonder if Renegade Games actually... This game came out like in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that old.
Nope.
And but I don't know if it's something that's easily defined. I don't know if they're still making it or not. But if when you go to Gen Con, you should stop into the Renegade booth and just see if they have it. It's worth
at
it.
MSRP? What are you, nuts?
They might have a discount down there. You never know.
Yeah,
get those deals. Get that coupon book.
You go, hey, I know Mark from This Board Game Life. Can I get a discount?
It's on sale actually right now. They do have it on their website. So it's retail is $125. They have it for $100 right now on Renegade Game Studios store. So, but so if you can find
a decent discount,
it is. And I will say this: I didn't do an unboxing video. I think I might still do one, even though I've opened it up. But the quality, like, this is a deluxe version game. I mean, it is well worth it, and it is. But the game is so good and so much fun to play. But anyways, I'm done harping on that. Just My Father's Work, excellent game. Also,
it's such a weird topic, because I was watching the video that you did where you were talking about it, and I don't remember it being like the Frankenstein family, like ever.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I
you made it up, but I just think
well,
that it's like I don't know why that never stuck with me, but it's such an interesting take on a game.
that's so I've only played the game twice that other people have. I just got the game in the other day.
Yeah.
And I so maybe that's not official, but there is like this Frankenstein emblem token for your creep
Oh,
meter, and it is a Frankenstein. And we're like back in those days
yeah.
doing these weird experiments, and it is like it's like your father. So I don't know. I'll have to look at the rule book or get the lore to see, but there is a Frankenstein icon in the
Well, I'm
game,
I'm not
and that's why I
dispute.
think
I'm not. Don't think I'm disputing it. I'm not. I'm
I'm
like
coming at you, Rob.
I just no. I'm like
No,
I
well,
just can't believe I never caught that before. When
and
I
and
heard them
maybe
talking
I'm
about the
maybe
game.
I'm wrong. Maybe I could be wrong, but I know it's you play through like three generations. Like so when you first start, you're like you get this ultimate work. You get this thing that like your father was trying to do, the science project. And so you're trying throughout this game to achieve that. And but you're going to go through your lifetime, like you and your spouse, and you've got workers that will help you do things, and you're going to do these weird creepy experiments, and you're going to be getting animals and people's dead bodies and all kinds of stuff, right? And
Hmm.
it's just funny stuff. Like the cards, you'll
Yeah.
read these things, these experiments, and it's really funny. But then at the end of that generation, basically you die, and then your posterity takes over and continues your work, and then the third generation will come up, and that's the last, basically round three. But it's you're continuing the work of the previous two generations, trying to complete ultimately that work of your father. So, which
Yeah.
I believe is Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein. So
Sure.
that's my understanding. So,
Well, it
but
absolutely can be because that it's public domain IP. I think
yeah, I think so.
so. Yeah, it's like Cthulhu, right? Or the Lovecraft stuff. It's fair game for everybody.
Yeah. So, but it's a fantastic game. Oh, so fun. Um, Next I played Skull. This is a very quick little kind of bluffing game with these basic coasters that I think you have four coasters. One has a skull on it. The other three have like a flower on it, and you shuffle them up. Everyone pulls one out in front of them, and then people are trying to guess how many like flowers. I think there's three or four, and then next person can pass, and it's like the number keeps climbing. If you want to stay in the game, you got to guess a higher number, and then once someone gets a number and everyone else passes, and they got to start picking which coasters they want flipped, and they only score if they didn't pull up any skulls on the other side. So it's one of those. It plays quick. Next game is Wondrous Creatures. Oh, it's my new favorite worker placement game. And this is a fantastic game. If you like worker placement, if you like some kind of engine building, tableau building, multiple way to score things, trying to do achievements like beating other players to certain goals in the game. This is it, and you're going to send your people out to gather up resources and or cards. The resources allow you to play cards into your tableau, but when you don't have enough cards, the only way to get them is when you go out for resources, you take cards instead of the resources. Um, there's a lot of different cards that allow you to have end game points or continuous ongoing abilities or an instant ability or when you recharge. So when you pull your workers back, you can trigger events at that point. So there's these various different types of things going on, and it is a beautiful game. It is a fantastic game, and it actually plays very quickly. I think maybe an hour and a half. I want to say is about the length of the games that I've played, and it's just so good. It is such a good game.
Hmm.
Now, next one, Rob, I'm curious if you've ever heard of this because I hadn't. Gloom in Space.
So I have heard of Gloom. I never knew that there was a space version.
Okay, there
So
there
this
there
because
is.
I did have to look this up, and I'm like, Gloom in space, and it's Gloom in space. I mean,
Uh,
that's no doubt about it.
so interesting. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah,
Some friends introduced me to it this last week, and it's a cool little game. And I was surprised. Like this
with
thing's
the
been out
clear
for
cards.
a
Yeah,
while. Yeah, the clear cards.
it was like one of the first ones that did that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because when I saw it, I was like, man, I didn't. And I know the game's been around for a while. I
Yeah.
was really surprised to see those clear cards and layering the different things, but it was pretty fun trying to figure out like who the characters were because they're complete rip-offs of characters in science fiction world. And but it was a fun little game of you trying to kill off your own players to win.
Yep.
so
Actually,
um
I was wondering when this came out. 2017. Hmm.
so
It's been out for 9 years already.
wow. So it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
And then I played another game that the same couple introduced me to, and this one's called Panda Royale. It's a awesome dice chucking game. I don't know where the panda comes in. There's a panda on the first player marker, and that's it. I don't know
that's
how pandas are involved, and I
that's all
actually
you
got
need.
two expansions for it today. Um, and I know there's pandas on the box, but it's just dice, so I don't know how the pandas come in. But the game is so much fun. It is quick. It's like a 10 round, about 15 minutes, 20 max. I don't. You'd have to be hard pressed to get this to be a 20-minute game. Maybe in your very first play and teaching people, but after that, it's like man, 15 minutes and you're done. It plays quick. It's fun. You start. Everyone starts with one dice of a certain color, and every round you gain a new dice. There's a bunch of different kinds of dice, different sized dice, different colored dice, and they all do different things. And it's a lot of fun. It is so cool. Can't believe I'd never known about this. So I had to get the two expansions that just arrived today, and I'm going to be putting them in. And I have played this quite a bit since I was introduced to it, and it's a hit here with everyone I've played it with. So Panda Royale. Also, we finished. I know I've talked about my Zombicide campaign through Washington D.C. So now we moved on to Zombicide White Death, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Time Crash campaign. So there's 10 missions worth going through in a medieval setting, playing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and April O'Neil and Casey Jones and Splinter. So, and we're fighting Shredder and the Foot Soldiers and zombies as well on top of it. And it's been fun. We've done a couple missions and we've really enjoyed that. And the last one is I can't wait till tomorrow. The Game Makers arrived, and I don't think that video is released yet. Has it, Rob? On our
Mm,
channel, I think it's coming up after your slew of stuff, or did it?
okay.
Or did my unboxing get out? I can't remember, but I think it did actually. I have to look it up here. But the Game Makers, if you're not familiar with what that is, it is from Bezier Games, and um, it's a board game about making board games. And the box is sitting here on the floor behind me. It's
Like a
absolutely
couple
huge.
hundred too are
There's
included, aren't they?
there's a couple
Like
hundred.
300. Yeah.
There's like the book lists like 216 games, I think. And then there's also um, what do you call it? Additional cards that were in it. So I know originally they said over 300. At this point, there might be closer to four. I've heard 400, but I know in the campaign there were like over 300 games, and they're real world games, absolutely real world games. And so I've got this. It is so cool. The lazy Susan thing on the table type of thing of rotating for your moves is awesome. I've never seen such an amazing quality put together game. Like everything is in these trays. These trays have lids. They got the solution in the box to store it. And then when you pull it out, you've got your like they call it the steering wheel. Goes on this. like platter, and then you put the little tiles in, you lay this thing on it, and it's magnetic. It goes boop, and then you got this oh, what's it called? There's like if you ever drove a tractor back in the day on the farm, or you had an old car that had what they used to call suicide knob. There's one of those, and it's got a name to it, and I forgot what it's called, but that magnetically just right to the top, and that's how you rotate this thing around for the different sections to what you're going to do for your resources, and you move these cool little um, forklifts around of everybody's color, and you move in, you get resources, you take actions on those, and the game plays simultaneously. It plays up to 6 players, but everyone is doing this all at the same time. So like when it starts, everyone will start moving their little forklifts into one of 3 sections out of, I think there's 8 sections total, and so only 3 are open at a time. And you'll go, do I want dice? Do I want wood components, or do I want cards? And the further you go away, the more of that resources, the better of the resource you get, or the higher level of that resource you get. So there's like 3 levels of everything. But if you go to the first spot in front of you, you get like the lowest one. But when everyone is gone and the forklifts have moved, then the thing rotates, and the very next section, whoever went into the first one to get the lower end stuff, they get to now move. And anyone who went to the second or third, if you didn't put anything in the first one, now you're not doing anything on this turn. So it's like you to get the higher level stuff takes you a little longer to get that worker back. So it's really cool. I really love how you're managing that. Then when you get like a plastic resource, you might need that to build a game that you have a contract for, or you might want to put it in to upgrade your structures, which can give you maybe an ongoing bonus throughout the game. So then you could get workers and use them as wood components in a game, or use them as workers in your factory to give you additional bonuses as they go out on your factory floor to do things. There's ways to improve the assembly line. So if you need a level 3 dice to complete a game, and you have upgraded the dice on your assembly line, well, now the game calls for 3, but you only have to provide 2, because it's like you now don't have to go to the warehouse, which is where that little spinny thing is to get your resources. You are able to produce 1 already. So it's you're not just, it's like you are trying to upgrade your factory to be more efficient to build these games. And the cards are like just so cool to look at. It's like, oh, in fact, the game makers is one of the cards in the game, but there's things like Wormspan, or I mean, Wingspan's in there, Arc Nova is in there. There's some Awakened Realm games in there, like what was in there? Nemesis, Dragon Eclipse, ISS Vanguard was in there. They're just, you'd probably be surprised that there's just so many games. There's a bunch of stuff sitting on my shelf that's actually in this game. So none of it's fake. It's all real IP games, and it's really cool. I haven't played my physical copy, but I did play a couple solo plays on BGA, and so this to kind of like, let me try this out. I think it's pretty cool on BGA. It's kind of nice because it does everything automatically for you. But tomorrow I'm taking the game to my game group, and there's a lot of people already saying I'm in. I want to play this, so I will be reporting back soon about this. But it is a very well done, impressive game that I cannot wait to play, and I think it's just I'm already like, this is going to be, I know this is going to be one of my top
Top
games.
tier. Yeah.
Yes, it's so impressive. And even my plays on BGA, I'm like, this is cool. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and then even when you get your games, when you build a game, that card goes into another board that you have, and it's basically your shelfie, right? And you have 12, it's like a 4x3 calyx shelf. We know that's what it
Nice.
is. It's not called that. It's like called your display case. But you put them up there, and then depending on the type of game, whether it's like a war or a race or an engine builder or a co-op, there's scoring abilities. Like they score a certain way. So like your war games, you want to like keep one contiguously line, and then that one Each one of those is worth so many points per card that's connected. Your co-ops, excuse me, the co-ops, if they're, some will be like, have a bunch on the left side of your shelf, have some on your right side of your shelf. There's others that'll be like, if you've got a blue game in this row or one that has cards, and you get a point for every card in this row that requires cards to build the game. Some of the games that you contract will give you victory points. Others can actually just give you more supplies. So it's really neat what they've done with this game. I really love it. There's going to be like there's a PR marketing board that you can invest into that as well, to like get multipliers for your scores of certain tracks or games that you plan on making. There's a lot of ways to score. It's a lot of ways, a lot of things you can do. So I like that type of game. So I'm really excited to play the Game Makers tomorrow.
And by the way, the unboxing released on July 5th.
Okay.
So it is out there. So, folks, if you're curious about what Mark's talking about with the quality and stuff on this game, check out our unboxing, the Game Maker's Completionist unboxing.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna do a reboxing video. I know,
Oh, yes.
it's even though this thing is, it's it, it's obvious, right? This insert, and you'll see it like even when I open it up and do the unboxing, you'll understand why it doesn't really need a reboxing. But I kind of want to show off. Like when I did my unboxing, there was these little containers, six little. They look like shipping containers. It's exactly what they look like.
Okay.
And I open it up. I'm like, oh, and that's where the little forklifts were. And I'm like, oh, I'm assuming more goes in here. Well, there does. So now I want to show off what goes in there. So all the like, you just hand out this little shipping container in the player's color, and then you hand them their boards, and everything's in this little shipping container. It looks really cool. So I kind of want to show off how I just put it all back together and what it looks like. And but yeah, it's super cool. So
Okay.
how about you, Rob? That's what I got. What did you get played?
Yeah, I got some more Space Hulk Death Angel played in, and then I did what I thought was going to be the impossible, and that was whenever you have a really old game and you want to print an insert for it.
Oh,
if the game's been out for a while, man, 5-10 years ago, that was like the Stone Age in 3D printing world.
Yeah.
Where let's just say that the level of quality in terms of inserts and stuff has increased greatly over the years. So Mark's nodding. He knows what I'm talking about. Where years ago, people did their best. I'm not knocking it, but you'd have like soap dishes. That's kind of what I call them.
Yeah.
It's like the travel soap dishes for your cards and another set of those for your dice. And that's nice. That is basically taking a foam core mentality and transferring it to 3D print. But there are inserts that are way better quality, like spots for tokens that are sized specifically for the tokens, and placement is really nice for everything, and everything fits snug, doesn't necessarily rattle around or whatnot. And I was able to actually find quality inserts, or a quality insert for this game. And this game's like 15 years old.
What game?
It's Space Hulk Death Angel.
So you got an insert for that. Okay.
Yeah. So, because that is out of print, old game. I think it's still available now, used market. It's probably reasonably attainable too, but I did find an amazing insert for it that I was really happy with. So I'm like, score. Actually, it was like, oh no, oh, no good. And then jackpot. So I think I told you, Mark, I got a copy of the game for you, and I printed us both inserts. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, I talked about this one last time, so not much more to say. Oh, wow, look at
this
that.
This is one.
Oh,
Whoop.
It is not
What?
vertical friendly, apparently.
No, no, but it's those are just sitting in there. But like here, like these the meeples,
Yeah,
which sorry for those on the audio, but like there's quite a lot of shape to that, and Rob just walked away on me,
yes,
trying to sew him something, and he walks away.
and
So,
he's back,
anyways, there's
folks.
a lot of like quite the shape to that, and same
Hmm.
with the other character that the yellow player has. You can make an option of either of these two, and yeah, the insert actually has it's cut out to fit those guys. So I think
Yeah.
that's really cool. So yeah,
Hmm.
the quality inserts is a huge thing. I'm right there with you. I can't stand when you get something and it's just like, yeah, it's nothing but a soap dish, like you said. So, and I'm fine with a soap
Yeah.
dish, but put a lid on it.
Yeah.
So
I still appreciate people putting stuff out there. So I know it's not easy. It's a lot of work, but
it's not. I wouldn't want
yeah,
to do all the measuring
yeah,
and figuring it out. And
yeah. This is Space Hulk. I took the top off
okay,
so you can see this. So there's like and a color around the outside. So I chose blue, and then this fits snug in
nice.
there, which is nice. And then you can kind of
There
see
you go.
this a little bit. So it's got a spot, just one spot for the die in the center, spots for the tokens on either side, and then the decks of cards, top and bottom, and everything. Ooh, starting to slide out. But and it comes out nice.
Oh, that's so nice. I like when.
And
Yes.
yeah, and you can get the cards out nice. So it's really well done. Not sleeve friendly, but that's fine. No.
Yeah.
But
Sleeving's
but yeah.
tough because I like a sleeve friendly insert, but I don't sleeve usually.
Well, the problem with sleeves too is there's so many kinds now. Back in the day, there was like three companies that did them, and now, I mean, you don't know. They can't anticipate. I think. Well, you can have added space for sleeves, but somebody's sleeves are going to fit sloppily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
They take up they double to triple the amount of space that cards
yeah,
need. That's the problem
yep, yeah. Your
with sleeving.
stacks are
So
much bigger.
yeah. So
So, but yeah, with that all being said, if you're wondering how to contact us, I can tell you right now. You can reach out to us on our website, on comments on YouTube, also on BGG as well. Or you can just email us at contact at this board game life. So, all right, on to the news. We got a cornucopia
we
of
do.
new stuff. Yeah, quite a bit of new stuff. You want to do the first couple here?
Sure. So this one I thought of you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm curious about what you think of this. I've seen something like this before, but a pair of tabletop game designers have launched a free, which is nice, open source color identification system that they hope could become a common accessibility standard across the board game industry. Color blindness affects about 1 in every 12 men and about around 1 in every 200 women, so roughly 300 million people worldwide. And while some board game publishers have made vigorous efforts to make their designs accessible for the colorblind players, many games released each year contain challenging color combinations. So, Color Sim is a solution created by Chris Eastridge for his design Parks and Potions, which centers on combining colors to brew potions. So they let's see. So his first attempt at a meaningful colorblind solution said put him up against a paywall. It bothered me so much that I was determined to make a system that others could adopt free of charge forever, which is nice. I don't, it is an accessibility thing. It shouldn't be something that a publisher should have to pay for to, you know,
Sure.
add into a game that's already, especially when the and a lot of publishers are probably thinking, well, what are the odds, or what's, does it really impact us much if the people that would be impacted is a small number, and maybe people like that have color blindness, maybe they don't get into board gaming because there's, it's not as accessible or something. That shouldn't be the thought. And I like that this guy's come up with a system that's going to be free for anyone to use. And the nice thing about that is if something like this takes, then you get a standard. Maybe you can have a standard that all
Sure.
game manufacturers can use instead of having to come up with everything. Because every game, now there are a lot of, well, we've done symbols or we've done this, but you're learning it for every game and it's different for every game. So I think something like that, whatever their system, um, you know, would be better.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting concept. I've seen some stuff in the past where, like, there was one that had some kind of app that you loaded onto your phone and it kind of told you what color it was or something. But
Yeah.
the solution is, I want to say, somewhat simple if the designers just go into the design process, or the developer, whatever you want to call it, uh, producer, if they just go into it from the beginning, knowing that a lot of folks have issues with the colors, and you know, don't be like a man, like a Castles of Burgundy first edition with your 14 shades of tan or brown or whatever color
Yeah.
that is. That is actually, if you want to know what it's like to play a game sometimes with color blindness, play the original Castles of Burgundy in poor lighting, and you will know, because people with perfectly fine vision and color perception struggle with that game. So then you kind of know, they're like, wait, what's this one and this one? Yeah, that's how it is. But this is cool. I could also say, like I was beginning to say there, that if the designers and stuff just go into it knowing to not have similar problem colors in the game, or at least have the symbols, right? Because a lot of games will have a symbol for each color on the cards or on the pieces. That's all you need. But it's a cool idea.
Okay. And real quick, did your camera freeze? Because on my end, you're frozen.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's still
It's probably
going,
just my end.
but
Okay.
I am at 27% for the last
Imagine
half
that.
hour.
So we get that to contend with. Okay.
Yep.
Um, Now, the next thing I got is, unless you've been living under a rock, you should know what Wingspan is. But Stonemaier has announced Wingspan Pocket. It's a new, lighter version of the hit bird watching game, and this is going to be available at Gen Con this year. So, Rob, you can go purchase your Wingspan Pocket.
Yes.
This is still designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, with art by Natalia Rojas and Ana Maria Martinez. And it basically boils the original game of Wingspan down to a shorter, lightweight card game for fans to enjoy. Players will each activate a single row of cards on each of their turns. Cards are double sided, featuring a food and a bird side, and icons have been substituted for the bird ability text. It is a standalone Wingspan game that features 106 birds from around the world and is designed for both new and experienced players. It plays 1 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and it's about a 25-35 minute game. So look for that if you're interested around August timeframe. And let's see, I think I got a couple more here. Thunder Road Ignition heads to
Yeah.
retail.
Nice.
So Restoration Games, they're going to be releasing Thunder Road Ignition. This is a standalone race game based set. So you don't need the previous Thunder Road content. This is going to come out in October of this year. And this
And
is,
this is the one that's got the smaller table presence. It's like a
yes.
circle instead of, you need this 12-foot dining room table to play like
Yeah,
over.
this is Yeah, I think it's going to be a little more table friendly.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I was watching Rodney Smith do a playthrough of this, and I was thinking, like, what's the difference? Like, it looks to me like it has all the same stuff as the main game. So, um, but somehow it's supposed to be a little bit shorter. But anyways, you race your crews and their vehicles and battle it out on to the finish line. And it is designed as an entry level product. The game is more compact than the
Yep.
first restored edition,
So that means
and
cheaper to produce.
costs less.
Yeah.
So this can all now it says this game can also be mixed in with previously released Thunder Road expansions like the Destruction Derby and whatnot, which I don't like. I don't know. Maybe of course I've got this pre-ordered because it's Thunder Road, but now when I was looking at Rodney's thing, I was like, well, why would I get this when I have everything else? I don't. But maybe this small box edition will allow me to, because I got the maximum chrome and the box is huge, so maybe I can
Yeah.
get this to the table easier.
This
Maybe,
is
but
yeah. So you got the maximum chrome. This is the econo car version.
yeah, this is the Prius of the. So, but the game supports 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, plays in 25 to 45 minutes, and is going to retail for about $35. So, if
That's
you've,
reasonable.
yeah, if you've been not getting into Thunder Road due to a price, now you'll have an option to get into it for a much better price. So, and then the last thing I had was, Rob, I should probably let you take this one because you're the one that told me about it. CGE is going to bring Kingdom Come Deliverance
Hmm.
to the tabletop, and this is a licensed board game by Tomasz Holek and Vlada
Kvaddle.
V- huh Vodel
Kvaddle. Kvaddle.
Kavaddle. So I don't know anything about Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I know it's a pretty popular board game or video game,
Yep.
and this is going to get a translation into the tabletop. It's going to premiere at this year's Spiel convention in Essen, Germany. So if you are at the Essen Spiel in October, you will be able to see a you'll be able to see this game. So I want to go over there and check it out. So it's set in the 15th century Bohemia, with players assuming the role of a poor peasants looking for a way to get ahead in the war-ravaged kingdom. Over the course of the game, you can aid their local nobles, steal needed resources, hone skills for fighting to alchemy, and build their own network of connections. It is competitive without focusing on direct conflict between players. It's using a Euro style game system built on deck building and skill tests. It offers light role playing elements and allow players to develop their heroes through 5 days of activity. It does feature story driven action with replayable and variable narratives, side quests, and a wide variety of in game encounters. The player who can achieve their objectives within the game will be the winners. So, intended for 4 players, 14 and up. Takes about 90 minutes to play. Now, the MSRP, brace yourself,
Yikes.
is
Yeah.
set at 199.99 US, so $200. It's a 13 and a half pound box, including one main map board, 4 player boards, 3 supporting boards, 184 tiles, more than 300 tokens and markers, 2 card stands, over 500 cards, 10 main storyline quests, each with its own cards and tiles, 55 side quests, a storyline book, and 164 player pieces. So,
Wow.
it's expensive, and it's got a lot in it. So, that I mean, both these designers are so good.
Yeah.
No, I didn't pre-order it. I think pre-orders are up, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
But I think it was a limited number, so they are probably already gone.
Yeah.
So
It's just yeah. This is a monster game, but with the two designers, I mean, a lot has been around forever. Made so many great games with code names. Space Alert. He made well, Codenames is a big thing recently. He did what, Galaxy Trucker,
Yes,
right, as well, and Tomasz Holek, of course, he's got so much
SATI.
stuff lately. Yeah,
Mhm. So, and this will be 149 euros or 200 US. So
yeah,
150 euros or 200 US dollars. So,
yeah.
and I'm at their page. It says you can pre-order now
Hmm.
on the CGE website. So, does
Yeah,
it
it's
say a date?
yeah, just if it's gonna be out on display
It's
at
probably not going to be till
Essen,
next year.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would expect this to be a 2027,
At the earliest.
because isn't that what they did with SETI
Yeah,
when they showed it, and then it, or maybe that's a US release that I'm thinking of, but I remember it came out way after.
yeah.
Wait, it says it'll premiere at Spiel. So to me, maybe being optimistic, that just means that it will be available there if it premieres there, maybe in a limited run, so people there can get it, and then all of us normies will have to wait.
And if you want, they still, of course, have premium metal coins that you can pay to add on, and you
No
can pay
thanks.
by card sleeves. Pre-orders are going to be open from July 1st to August 16th, but they can be temporarily closed if the current stock is sold out. They're planning. Oh wow, they're planning on shipping around Spiel in October of 2026.
Hmm.
But customers who pre-ordered from the U.S. based store, they're hoping to dispatch those orders in Q1 of 2027.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's still okay. I guess then
yeah,
you've got a choice. Get it early, go to Essen.
yep.
Get it in January, stay home.
There you go, and pay probably $100 to ship it and taxes.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, that's a cool game. And the entire time I was looking at this game, it made me think of one thing. This is CGE's take on Awaken Realms style games with big
without the
designers.
minis,
Yeah, yeah. Was there Sundrop on this? I don't remember.
no minis.
Yeah,
No.
good. Then I don't have to pay extra for Sundrop. Okay, next up, we talked about Origins Game Fair last episode. I believe we also talked about who got the awards, but they released some of the numbers on attendance for Origins. And this year, Origins had 18,700 attendees, which is down 2.5% from last year's, which was over 19,000. And the dip in attendance breaks the 4-year streak of gains, which began after the pandemic. However, the show hasn't caught up to their 2019 high of 20,642. So, like all of these conventions, fairs, etc., they are slowly moving up. I guess at some point you reach a plateau or such, but Origins is different, right? It's different than Gen Con and like some of these others because it's not as much of a retail experience. Like Gen Con, I think, is retail forward, right? That's their main thing. And these guys are just mostly about the game with some retail now. But anyway, the scheduled events also went up slightly, or shot up from 7,810 in 2025 to 8,600 in 2026. So that went up about 800, so about 10%. So just some cool statistics, and we like to cover these things for Essen, Gen Con, and the like. So let's see what's next. Moving on, we've got Azul is coming out with a brand new version. If you haven't had enough Azul in your life, great game, by the way. There's the original OG Azul, and then what about three different versions? The crystal one, the garden thing. I'm looking at one right now. Which is this? This is the Central Mosaic. No, Coastal Mosaic. I can't read it. It's too far away. Well, there's yet another version called Azul Kids. And this game is apparently available for pre-order now. This is a family version of Azul where you can, play with the kiddos. And with this one over here, you're building a mosaic of colorful pieces, of course, just like the regular Azul. And players will choose a mosaic to build, sit down at their workbench, and collect and place pieces from bowls on their personal boards. The winner is the first player to complete their mosaic. And then this new game is designed to help kids develop pattern recognition, motor control, and tactical thinking. I would say that a lot of the board games that we play apparently do the same thing for adults. Some helps, for some folks it doesn't, but Azul is for 2 to 4 players. It's designed to be played for kids 5 and up. So when we say kids, we mean kids, not big kids like us, or teens or whatever. And it plays in 20 minutes, retails for $25, and you got a whole lot of stuff going on over there.
And
What?
what?
No,
Am
there's
I
a lot
making
of
too much noise? Sorry.
no. There's I don't know what happened. It was really loud. But the game's going to be releasing on August 28th, 2026. So I was just talking about the new Azul game that is coming out. So we can have yet another Azul, but this is for kids.
That's all we need. More Azul.
Exactly. And then we've got, let's see. Yeah, this is the last one. Mark, you need another version of Zombicide.
No, I don't.
Because you haven't had enough. This is going to be released soon by Asmodee. They have unveiled Squid Game expansion for Zombicide. So if you've seen the TV show, which I have never seen actually.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently there's like 2 seasons of it or something, or 2 different shows, maybe
There
more.
is.
Yeah. But actually I take that back. I watched half the first episode of the first season with my son, and then I'm like, no. And then I left the room, never to come back. I did go back in the room, by the way. But anyway, so Asmodee unveiled Zombicide second edition, a Squid Game expansion, which is going to be hitting retail in 1 month, August 7th. That's a month from today, Mark.
Nope, not interested.
In this expansion, contestants have entered the games but have gotten more than they signed up for. That's the story of my life. That seems to be what happens all the time. You assume the role of survivors that are stuck on a remote island teeming with cruel challenges, zombies, and masked guards, still enforcing the rules of the games while the world collapses around them. There's going to be new Zombicide enemies, such as the Frontman and the Young He doll, as well as locations like the playground, Marble Village, and colorful stairs. Apparently that's stuff from the show, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And it comes with new survivors, equipment, and special zones. It also has 5 narrative driven missions. It requires Zombicide 2E to play. So I guess those of us that have the original are out of luck.
That's right.
Yes. And it supports 1 to 6 players, 14 and up, plays in 60 minutes, and it retails for $49.99. So
No, thank you. Only 5 missions. Like these things usually have 10. So like this is cut in half, and they still want $50 for it.
apparently so. Well, maybe they have to pay for the IP. Who
Well,
knows?
they're definitely paying a lot of money, I'm sure, to Netflix for the IP. So
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for the news. All right. Let's hit the main topic of the show. Express crowdfunding insanity. What could that be about? Well, Express crowdfunding is something that's new, not new, maybe.
Started in about February of this last year
No,
on
I
GameFound.
Queen Games started this a long time ago.
Oh,
It
it
just
could
didn't have
be.
a name. It was called a normal campaign when they did it. But you want to talk about because you were the first one on this show to have run into that.
Yes. So I was trying to find something like the verbiage right from GameFound, but I can still keep looking for that. But so what they did at the beginning of this year's GameFound said that they wanted to provide an option that like some publishers, can will make games, will have them, and then want to offer up them for sale. Essentially, or you can order through here and get them like right away. So Arkan Arkan Awaken Realms was the Labyrinth Chronicles game was the very first game launched on GameFound that had a express crowdfunding option. And so what they did was when you this was a game that was already built, ready, it was shipped, it was already here stateside, was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you wanted to get it right away, you could do the express crowdfunding. Now that meant you were getting English only. So they had like two versions. They had like the base part of the game that was English only, or then they had the miniature version of the game, kind of an all-in but non-sun dropped English only. Those were here already in the States, ready to go. I backed one, did that less than 2 weeks later. I think it was like 7 days later. It was at my house. And so that's what it was. Now, if you wanted alternate languages or Sundrop, those were going to take a little longer and more of a traditional crowdfunding time frame. Even though those still were, I think, were still planned to be by the end of this year for those. So it was still pretty quick, but that wasn't. Those were not considered express crowdfunding. So I guess there's another game that's offering this right now, and I think it was called what was it? It was on you backed it, Entropy. And so there's some people on BGG, I guess, that are kind of being a little ridiculous. You're gonna have no, you're gonna know right from the start where I stand on this. They're being ridiculous, and people are complaining about it, saying, "Oh, it's just a pre-order system. The company won't let you cancel your order." They're throwing a whole bunch of people are whining out there. A bunch of whiny babies is what they are. And the thing is crowdfunding is still a pre-order system. You are giving your money up 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 years in advance, maybe never, to order this. You have paid for this game. Okay. Some games never ship and you don't get your money back. Others, companies fail. Maybe another company will pick it up and finish that. That has happened too. That's more rare. But you are still yes, the idea is like I'm giving money to this individual slash company to make a game. I believe in it.
Actually, nowadays it's almost always companies. I think
Yeah,
it's
it
rare
is
to
mostly.
see individuals. So I feel
But
like that. The only one I can think of is that space one that you picked up at Gen Con.
yeah,
It's Star Command or something like that, right?
the
Or
last command.
the Last Command, yeah.
Yeah, excellent game. If you like Star Realms, get the last command. It's so much better. Um, but uh, but you're still pre-ordering something. You're putting your money down and waiting to get it. So it doesn't matter now that you can say you're going to order it, and like Queen Games, they use crowdfunding all the time, but it's always a pre-order system. Their stuff is done, right? You right? Isn't that correct, Rob? For at least most of their stuff, or
Quite
a
a
lot
bit
of it,
in the
quite a bit.
past. Yeah,
So
it's yeah. The Kickstarter campaign runs a couple of days, and then the stuff's already on the ship.
yeah,
Yeah,
so my thing here with this and these people like screaming and hollering, and one idiot out here was like, I'm never going to buy a game from them, and I'm never going to crowdfund again, and this is just the death of crowdfunding. You are complaining that you don't have to wait 2 to 3 years to get the item that you gave your money up to today. You are complaining that you're going to get this next week. That's your complaint. Like, what a moron. I mean, that is absolutely the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You seriously have no issues in your life if this is your big problem. You know, I get out of mommy's basement, dude, because go touch some grass, okay? I personally, and I know this is just my opinion, I love when I can express crowdfund something because I hate waiting 2 years for something. I get the whole point. I get that I'm supporting and making this game available. I get that. But if somebody wants to come up and say, I'm going to use this as a way to market my game, a way to get it in your hands, let you make you aware of it, and you don't have to wait 2 3 years for it, I'm all for it. I'm
sure.
all for it. What's wrong with that? Um, so I don't know. Am I wrong, Rob? Am I missing something? Because I just don't understand the hate towards express crowdfunding. And real quick before you answer that, let me state this too, because they're like, oh well, you can't get a refund. You're not eligible for a refund if you express crowdfund it, because like when I did Labyrinth Chronicles, I backed it. Okay, I didn't back it, I bought it, I paid for it, the money went out immediately, and like within a day or two it was already shipping to my house. It wasn't like, you wait a year and you have this time and you can back out like any other thing that you've crowdfunded. This is not crowdfunding. It's pre-ordering something that's available. It's not even like a pre-order. It's like just
Right.
placing your order and it's going to ship in a day or two. So it's like it's on the truck. You paid for it. They put your order. The guy went in the back, grabbed it, put a label on it. They took it down to UPS, FedEx, mail, post op, whoever. Now someone else has it, and you're like, oh wait, I didn't know I was going to get this right now. I wanted to wait 2 years. I want to cancel. Well, too late. It's already on its way. Read what you're backing. Pay attention. It's your fault.
Yeah.
And
Don't make assumptions, I guess, right?
they even admitted, well, I should have read everything.
Should
Yeah,
have.
you should have. But then they go, well, I've never heard of express crowdfunding before. And apparently it's something that GameFound only implemented in February. Okay, so that's still your fault for not reading. Like I said, I understand that I should have read all the way to the bottom. But so here's what I love about these idiots. They'll kind of like, I know it was my fault, but soon as you say but, you are pushing the blame somewhere else, and that's exactly what this moron's doing. But since the creator is opting to alienate a now involuntary customer, I wanted to make sure everyone else was aware of this. Um, and then they go on to say, it's just another thing convincing me to stop backing games on Kickstarter and GameFound and wait for retail. I and it'll keep me from buying any of this company's games ever again. This has nothing to do with the makers of Entropy. It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with you going out and buying something and saying, yes, I'm selecting the Express crowdfunding option. It is an option you selected. And then complain because you're going to get it right away. You're an idiot. And it's like, oh, this is just another thing convincing me to stop. What was it before that convinced you to stop? Yet you haven't. So obviously there's been other things to convince you, because as you said, this is another thing, but you haven't quit before. So you're a moron. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You
Hey
need to
now.
find a different hobby. You need to get out.
Hey now.
So, anyways, so I come back to you, Rob. Am I wrong? Sorry, this one just really irritated me.
Yeah, it's you get all kinds, right? Like that like that saying goes, you can't make everyone happy all the time. And I backed Entropy, and I sort of remember it coming out soon. I was in a meeting when I was backing it, unfortunately. And I apparently didn't read it as well as I should have, but I did get the fact that it was coming out soon and there was Gen Con pickup or whatever we want to call it. But I was pleasantly surprised. It's like, oh, I can get it in a couple weeks. Sure. All right. Awesome. It's I have no problem with it. And apparently there are some people that you know what? If somebody's going to be complaining about this, they probably complained about their lunch. They complained about, uh, the quality of their Coca-Cola. It's just everything. You know,
Yeah.
this is a long line of stuff. And you know what? If this person doesn't do a Kickstarter in the future, especially if it's limited time, that's more copies for you and me, right?
Yep.
Maybe we'll get in there when they don't get in there before us. Although, who we kidding? We're in there first. We're top
I
10 backers.
I still don't get the complaint about getting it early. Like,
Yeah, no,
it just makes no sense.
it's complaining just to be complaining.
Yeah.
For all you know, it could be one of those trolling bots.
uh, or yeah, watch it turn out to be like just like the company themselves doing it to drum up the controversy, so that people are like, "Ooh, what's going on?" And then they look at the game.
Yeah, no,
It could
that's
be, but there
you
was more
are a
than one person
marketing
complaining. So,
you are a marketing genius, my friend.
but there was like people agreeing. There's more people complaining. That was just one thing I read. I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
"What a tool!" And but like for people like that, it's just it's ridiculous.
No, I know. It is purely dumb.
And oh, interesting. I just realized the person that stated this
Yeah.
is supposedly a verified designer.
Oh, interesting.
I might have to dig into this a little bit. I want to know who
Yeah.
this is.
Maybe they're the designer of the game, their own
They
game.
are supposedly a game designer.
Okay.
I gotta I gotta dig into this now. What did you design?
No boy, Mark's
Going down that
sleuthing
rabbit hole.
Mark's sleuthing it out. Tune in next time for
Claude, who
that's
is this?
yeah, episode 126, where we disclose the anti-competitive tactics
Yeah.
on crowdfunding. But yeah, that's a little nutty. Yeah. there's been a long time discussion about, oh, using it as a pre-order is um, it's not in the spirit of Kickstarter. Who says something has to be the same thing for years and years and
Yeah,
years?
this isn't Kickstarter.
But you know what I'm saying though? They're
I
like
know.
crowdfunding in general is supposed to
No,
be, let some dude, working out of his parents' basement make his dreams come true.
and
That ship has sailed a long time ago.
I agree. Like that's the thing. You heard me on here before talk about I don't think large companies should be using crowdfunding because they're just using our money to take the risk to produce a game instead of having enough confidence in it to just make the game
But
and do business like it should be done.
the
So
big companies aren't even using it as a money tool. I mean, they can, but
Simon was
their whole, well, yeah,
they were doing it to they
the
were doing new
Ponzi,
crowdfunding to pay
yeah.
previous crowdfundings. There was a lot of mismanagement of money there.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
So
It's the old what Social Security style
no.
trick thing. But the most companies now, they use crowdfunding just as a hype machine, right?
Yeah,
To get people excited, because when you see all those stretch, unfortunately, as you see those stretch goals in the different versions and everything, crowdfunding, GameFound, Kickstarter, whatever. I don't think, is Indiegogo even around anymore. Somebody bought
I
them, I
I
think.
think so.
Yeah. But anyway, those are all just used as a hype marketing tool, because can a company even sell 4 different versions of a game outside of crowdfunding? I don't think so. They would have to do one. They just wouldn't sell the copies. So, but anyway, yeah, people complain about anything and everything, and I'm glad I'm getting my copy in August.
And yes, Indiegogo is still around. So
Okay.
they've got stuff crowdfunding.
Mhm.
So board games, computers, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's just people need to relax. It's you know, if you don't like it, don't support it. Don't keep threatening because that means nothing. Again, especially when you're like, this is just another reason for me to stop. Well, how many reasons have there been, and you're still backing stuff? You're just complaining about it. It. No one cares. Nobody. These companies do not care that you're mad and that you're not going to crowdfund anymore because they know you are. They don't care. And
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the one or two,
because they
you
know
know,
Mark will.
yeah, I'll buy 5 copies. They don't
Yeah,
care because the people that are screaming the loudest, honestly, as it has been proven time and time again, are the ones that don't kick out the money anyways. They
yeah,
you know if they go back and look at this, the dude probably backed one project his whole life or something, and this was it, or it's like, dude, relax. I got a crowdfunding project right now that they sent me my pledge, sent me my link. I click it, and it's I can't get to the site, can't get to it. Tried it on my Mac, tried it on my PC, tried it on my phone. I get the same error message. I finally reached out to them, and they're like, I just commented through the Kickstarter page and was like, they're like, oh, the site's probably just being overloaded. I'm like, not this
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Like this is one of those that are not a lot of people are going to be backing. It's not a zombicide, okay?
yeah.
And so I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll just wait. Went the next day, same thing. So then I finally emailed them, and it took a couple days because they're like in France or something for them to respond. They're like, "Oh, here's your link. Try it again." Still doesn't work. And then I'm sitting here going, "It's going to a weird site, like their own backer kit type of thing. It's not. It's not backer kit. It's not GameFound. It's not Kickstarter. It's like they got their own like." pledge manager. And I'm like, I wonder if there's just something there that my system's blocking. So I took my phone off my network and went to the email and clicked it, went right through to the page. But even though the page says English at the top, it still spit out everything in French. And all I could say was it was obviously invalid. It was like I think the link was no good, or the pledge token was not valid. So I'm like, okay, so something in my network is blocking me, which makes me wonder why.
Right.
What is going on their end that I can get to it if I'm on my mobile network? But then it still doesn't work, and even their English page is spitting out French. So I wrote them back, and I'm like, still no worky.
Hmm.
So I'm going to wait another couple of days, see if they reply. And honestly, at this point, I'm just going to be like, you know what? This is a little too flaky, dude. Just I'll see if they'll let me cancel my campaign. Be like, just cancel it. Give me my couple $100 back. I'll live without the game. It's a game I've always wanted. It's something I dreamed of making myself. Someone finally did it, but
Oh, I
it's
know
not
what
the
you're
end of the
talking
world
about.
if it doesn't work. So it is what it is. And this is a game that's not going to be in retail. So um, I'm
So
pretty
you
sure
just so the link just doesn't work or
the
whatever. Or
link does work if I'm on my phone and not on my network.
you should
So if I'm going through the
send me the
cell,
link. I'll click it. See if it works. I mean, you can send it out later after the show.
I'm gonna do it right now, man, because you
Yeah.
told me to do it.
All right. Well,
So
we can close it out here.
I'm sending it right now.
Okay.
I'm curious. I want to know live. Nope.
So, yeah. So we're curious to see
Oh, I
what
can't. They said please do not share this.
you're not sharing with just anybody.
All right. So,
I'm your
but
co-host with the most.
so, all right. So that's it. Just we had to rant a little bit.
Yeah.
I did. I
And
had to rant about
yeah,
Express
and let us know
crowdfunding.
what you think. We're curious to hear how you feel about this.
Unless you disagree with me, we don't want to hear from you at all.
Exactly.
Before we go, though, Rob, you did do some crowdfunding
Oh yeah, that's right.
backing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess it didn't
So
stop you.
no. So I backed Entropy, which I had mentioned briefly, and excited to get it next month ish, something like that. And then Galileo's Truth. So that one suckered me in today. And I think it's just a matter of time before I back the Foundation game. Well, that'll probably happen. Oh, and you shared coming soon to a game found near you is Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. When I
Oh,
saw that, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be so happy."
yeah. And
So
yeah, the guys making it, they made a whole bunch of games. Nothing like super like huge hits, but some decent stuff. So it's
yeah,
probably hopefully gonna be okay. So all right, folks. I guess that's it for episode 125. Make sure to tune in next time in 2 weeks when we come out with episode 126. I'm Rob. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we will catch you next time.
I'm Mark. Thanks for watching. Have fun at the table.